Hi Cancers, welcome to your love reading for the month of March. For those of you who are coming back, hi, how are you? And thank you for the likes and subscribes, as I am new to YouTube, and I just want to say thank you for giving me a chance. Now, I went ahead and pulled your base reading, guys, as I normally do, just so I can meditate on your reading. And I do pull out an influencing card, and I did get the Three of Swords. So you know what this means. This is profound pain. This is heartache and or heartbreak. So this reading is only going to resonate with three types of camps of Cancer. So I can't always resonate monthly going with the same story that was from the previous month, because every month it changes. And not just that, not just does the energies change, the universe does have some messages that need to go out to certain Cancers who do need to hear these messages to help them prevail on their journey. So with that said, these three camps: either you recently broke up with somebody, Cancer, or you're going through something with your significant other that is in the form of betrayal and heartbreak, or you are single as a dollar bill. So that can also apply for you guys too. Now, in the beginning of the month, I did get the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a male air sign, which is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. He's very cerebral, he's very logical, he's very methodical in the way he goes about things. So this is the type of energy of a person. So if he's not one of those, particular air signs, he's got this type of energy where he's just like, somebody who slices and dices and goes. He's just very in his head. Now, I also got the Empress right next to him. So this very much could tell me this is a couple. This could be you. The Empress is somebody who is very maternal, very nurturing, typical Cancer. Somebody very loving. Also, you could be this female. You could be pregnant too. And recently pregnant, or you're trying to get pregnant with your partner. And for whatever reason, this Nine of Wands tells me there are heavy burdens at your doorstep. There are heavy burdens at your feet. Now, this is for very few of you Cancer. Some of you recently got pregnant by this individual, and maybe it's unwanted. It was an unwanted pregnancy, or it was a surprise pregnancy. You're excited, you're happy, even though there's a lot of sacrifices that you need to make in order for this to be successful. Your partner could possibly be the one that might not be interested or might not be thrilled by the pregnancy, or feels like you might have locked them down kind of energy. That's the energy I was getting. I was getting more of a negative energy across from you, where for you, you're just doing your thing where, you're living your life, you're in a relationship, and you're just progressing as you go. You're being your true self, Cancers. And maybe I'm getting this energy where the other person is just so in their heads, so thinking that they're causing this like disruption in your lives. Now, if you're single, Cancers, you might have recently met an air sign gentleman, or has the qualities of an air sign person. You are, the Empress. She's somebody that is, like I said, nurturing and loving and giving, and this is what you have to offer to the, to the outside world, to your partner. This is a very good omen that somebody's coming in, but there's no free lunch anywhere. Is what I heard. No free lunch for nobody. So you're going to have to do your homework, which means get your butt up, get dressed, and go out and go mingle. Because that's what it says. It's not going to be so easy. It's just not going to be like handed to you. It's going to fall from the sky. So that's the messages I got for you, single ladies and gentlemen. Now, in the middle of the month, I have the Magician. Somebody who has all the tools of the trade at his disposal to make something happen and or manifest. This could also be somebody that could be in a position that could be controlling you or manipulating you. I say that because the Ten of Swords was right next to it, and it's dead smack in the center of the whole entire reading. So in the middle of the month, this is incredibly pivotal for you. Rarely do I not see these two together in a reading. When this comes out, usually this comes out, or this may come out first and then this comes out, because it's eventual. When you feel backstabbed or betrayed, or you feel like you were conned or manipulated, you're going to feel this type of feeling. you're going to feel profound pain. And you could be just dealing with this kind of pain, cancers. So maybe there's something in your relationship, this dynamic where, you say, hey, I'm pregnant. And then the person just is like, well, I can't deal with it, and walks away. And you're like, what? And all of a sudden, to finish out the middle of the month, I have the Five of Wands, where you're struggling now to figure out what to do. You're like, shit. I'm left holding the bag, and I'm going to sit here and have to compete and fight for this situation to unfold. And, all of this is just like the way it's unfolded for you has been exhausting and a big burden. But this just tells me you're fighting for it. You're fighting for the relationship. You're fighting for it to all work out. You're trying to manifest it by working at it, literally and physically, because of you're dealing with this kind of pain. Now, if you're just single, you really can manifest this, future or finding somebody, but I think you're a little bit stuck in the past by past betrayal, and or you're afraid of getting hurt. And then the competition out there is real. Everybody thinks the grass is friggin' greener on the other side. Stop thinking that way, Cancer. You're a beautiful soul. You guys can connect like that. But don't let this happen to you. Don't get bogged down by, past pain. And all too often we are conditioned by our past, because we think that whatever has happened to us in the past will repeat itself. No, it isn't. Go out there and make yourself available. Definitely so. And at the end of the month, we're dealing with, here you are, Two of Swords in reverse, dealing with the unbalance of the relationship, dealing with, you deciding if you should stay or you should go regarding this relationship. And those of you that did break up, you are now trying to restore balance into your life. And I say that because it's in the reverse. The blindfolds drop. The decision no longer needs to be made. It's been made. You know what direction to go into in your mind. And because these are swords, it's in your mind. And this is you moving forward. Or you will meet somebody soon enough that's a fire sign male. Energies of a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They say that this is the Playboy the card, the one night stand, but more or less for you guys, I feel like these are good messages coming in. Let's go out, let's have fun. For you single folk, this is definitely, for me, the dating card. You meet somebody and the knight brings in messages and he's like, hey, let's go on a date, because this is an actual physical activity, where you're physically doing. Say if this was the Knight of Cups, I would say, okay, you're getting a text message of love and, enduring cute thoughts. No, this is an actual activity where you're actually going out and doing something. With the Two of Swords next to it, this is you saying to yourself, okay, yeah, I've got to restore the balance into my life. I do need to get myself out there. Capping it off with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you not wanting to be, single anymore, because this is the single independent lady. In the reverse, if you are the single person, this is you just trying to I'm just throwing this out there, trying to master and get rid of your insecurities is what I heard. Now, for those of you that are dealing with this relationship, this heartache and this pain, again, this all applies to everybody. Making the right choice, the methodical choice, and making that decision and moving forward, because you are moving forward. The Knight tells me so, but this is telling me you are in this position right now where your independence is completely blocked. It's not balanced, and it just needs to get itself upright. So let's just go ahead and clarify some of these bad boys over here, so we could see, guys, what's going on with you. Oh, I feel for you, Cancers. It's not an easy world out there. Why is the King of Swords here? Please clarify the King of Swords for us. Thank you. The Seven of Cups, clarifying the King of Swords. Either this dude thinks he has many options on the table, or he's really delusional as to what is going on here. He really is. He's deluded into thinking you have so many options on the table that you can just say goodbye to another relationship. No. If you have a family and you know you're dealing with this person and or you're pregnant, this guy's deluded into thinking as to what's going on here. He doesn't really understand the circumstances. He's really just like, his mind is on overdrive, that he's not using the rest of his reality in this world of what is going on between you and the situation. Like pie in the sky, this person's thinking like, oh, I have options. No, you don't, my friend. And I'm saying delusional because he's not doing it in the malevolent type of way. I get the selfish part, but I don't get the malevolent part. I don't, because it's not in reverse. It's not like he's trying to get one over. I just don't think he's clear on the matter. I just don't think he's clear on the situation. So I think that you need to really talk to this person, Cancer. So the Empress. Why is the Empress here? Please clarify the Empress. The High Priestess. Intuition. And what's March? Pisces season. Clarifying the Empress. Now, if you're single, guys, there's no two better cards for me to tell you this is an amazing omen for you to get out in March and get yourselves going. I know there's a lot of mental blocks that you're putting upon yourself and you're getting stuck from your past. No, these two cards telling me at the beginning of March, get yourself out there. These are great omens for you to meet somebody. And you really might have just recently met an air sign male, or you may meet a fire sign male at the end of the month. Now, for the rest of you that are in a relationship or who recently broke up with somebody, you do need to use your intuition regarding what this new sense of beginning that you have with somebody. Maybe you're starting a new relationship with somebody new and you need to use your intuition whether you think this partner is right for you. Maybe you are pregnant and you are thinking about how this affects your family or all the other souls on the external level. You know what that means, guys, right? So if you're a third-party situation or they made you a third-party situation and you happen to be pregnant, you have to use your intuition on how this is going to affect you and everybody else. But Cancers have, in my opinion, when it comes to their intuition, they're a stupid spot on. You guys are like dead on. And you know exactly what to do and you normally always make the right call. Let's see. Let's see how this all unfolds. 9 of Wands. Why is 9 of Wands here? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, 7 of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. You being burdened. You having to make sacrifices. And you have been sacrificing because you have invested in this relationship. You put all your chips on the table. You were all in. And now you're waiting for the harvest to come in. And you're close because this is the 9. Then there's the 10, and then aces are the new beginnings. So you have sacrificed, and you have invested in this relationship. You know, you're almost there, you're almost done. So you're just waiting to see now what's going to happen. Same thing with you single folk. You really need to invest in yourself and get your ass out there and mingle. Mingle like you are, you know, invest in you. Invest in your future. It's not going to come to you. You've got to like get yourself all pretty, get yourself all beautiful and sexy, get your Cancer persona on and say, hey world, here I am. And that's what you need to do. And believe me, that beacon of light that you are going to attract people because that ray of light is going to go out and expand. And then people will hone in on it and come in. All right, guys, the Magician. Why is the Magician? Magician. I got 2 cards. Yeah, guys. And the Knight of Wands came out again, so this is very interesting. So maybe you are dealing with somebody who had a one night stand, and now you've got to sit here and forgive your partner. Or those of you who were manipulated by somebody with a fire sign energy, which is that, you know, this is the card of a Sagittarius. It could also be Aries or Leo, but mostly this is the Playboy guy, the Playboy card. And, you know, this is somebody who's been trying to manifest this. Now, if you're single, I know you're trying to manifest this hot young stallion so you can eventually get married because that's your focus. Your focus is to meet somebody and settle down. That's all that tells me about you single folk. You're manifesting somebody to write on into your home, into your life, for certain. For those of you that are dealing with somebody who has betrayed you, because the card of betrayal is right next to it, is somebody who has manipulated you or your partner into having like this one night stand or this one night affair or whatever it is that you're dealing with, and it puts strain on your marriage. It puts strain on your relationship. It puts strain on, you know, what this is, because this is the card of marriage. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just have to say this. I just got this download. If you're single and you get invited to a wedding, because this is also an invitation, literally, an invitation. Somebody's writing in, physically giving you an invitation to a wedding or to a marriage. If you're single, you better go. Don't be like, oh, I have no date. You'll meet him there. That's you. This is the universe manifesting it for you guys. So for other of you, maybe somebody's writing in on, you know, and giving you an invitation regarding, you know, an engagement or a marriage. And that's just, you know, for the other bulk of you Cancers. Now, why is the Ten of Swords here? Because that was pretty pleasant. Why is the Ten of Swords here? I think this is for those of you that did break up or are dealing with this hardship in your relationship. And yeah, you are, because a lot of you have Temperance coming in, another card of Sagittarius. So maybe you are dealing with a Sagittarius, because he's all over the place over here. Anyway, Archangel Michael is stepping in to help guide you through this pain. Help guide you through this horrible pain and or betrayal and or deceit. You know these energies are vice versa. So if this is you doing it, you know best. Or if you're dealing with this, Archangel Michael is stepping in to use those wings of him to overcome and help guide you by hugging you. He's using those wings to wrap around you, to deal with this pain, to deal with this deceit, to deal with this betrayal. And for those of you that are single that can't let go of your past, how you were in the past hurt so badly, Archangel Michael stepping in and telling you, look, I'm coming in to help you. I'm coming in to bring you somebody also. You know, but don't think it's going to come easy. You have to work for it. That means get your ass out. For those of you dealing with this breakup or this pain, you know, Archangel Michael could be stepping in and saying, you know what, maybe don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. You got to work at it. Let's see, Five of Wands. Why is Five of Wands here? Please clarify Five of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. You got to work at it. Yeah, you got to juggle it. You got to juggle two situations. You really got to work at juggling the scenario. This could be two situations too. This could be saying, you know, juggling, you know, your home life with your work life. Maybe you were at home so much and, you know, this is why somebody could have strayed. You know, like your focus went to one side as opposed to both sides. Like, you know, we always say a healthy balance in life is our home life and our work life. And we need to balance both. You really need to work at that. And that's what this tells me. Just the, you know, the hustle is real, because this is the card of competition and physically trying to get to the top. So you've got to go through the challenges, because at the end of the day, this is a 5. And this means changes. You have to make some changes, and you will have to juggle the scenario. Same if you're single. It's no different. You need to get yourself out there and juggle it and make it happen. Don't be there and like, oh, I don't have time for this, or I have to. Make time. You have to make time. Two of Swords reverse at the end of the month. Jesus. Oh, Queen of Swords. All the way lining down from the King of Swords on the Two of Swords reverse. So either this person was involved in your situation, or she's somebody who's trying to guide you. So she could have either been the person that actually cut the relationship up, or she's the one that's actually mentoring you. Or if you're single, she's just your friend that's taking you out and guiding you. Or this could very much be your energy, because this is the Two of Swords of reverse. This is you actually making a decision. This is the ultimate decision maker. She looks past her thoughts, her, you know, her feelings, her emotions, and she applies reason and logic, and she's like, no. This is what we're going to do. Because at some point, reason and logic needs to be applied. If not, you're dealing with a female that's air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now, Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Please clarify, Mr. Knight of Wands. Right? And if you're single, ladies, this is you. This is how you got to be. Sorry, guys. Let me just organize a sec. And then one fell on the floor. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I told you before, right, when I was showing you the Magician, for those of you that are getting invitations to a wedding, yeah, blah, blah, but somebody could have had a one-night stand and could have affected the family and had manifested this whole entire scenario. Yeah? All right. Here he is again on the main reading. Mr. One-Night Stand. The card of cheating. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Somebody. And here we are again with the Nine of Wands in reverse, dropping this burden. So you are dealing with somebody who has betrayed you in the form of a, I do want to say, I keep hearing one-night stand. So you're dealing with it and you're trying to tell yourself if you can forgive it because you were the person who couldn't juggle the situation. You're very much now in your heads thinking about what you should do and how to get past it. You're really trying to think about how you're going to get past all this burden from this betrayal from this individual. For those of you that are just single, just be careful of those booty call type guys or who just want a one-night stand. It's not obviously going to go anywhere. And if you are going to meet somebody like that, be careful because they're just going to cut and run. That's all they're going to do. Because they don't want to deal with relationship. This guy doesn't want to deal with a relationship. He's always been the one-night stand dude. He's the dude that just wants to, like, hit and run. And not carry any burdens of any kind of relationship. He doesn't want to work at shit. So this person, you just got to be careful of. Okay, now Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And this is you being a little bit unbalanced and you're trying to restore that balance upon yourself. Yeah, it's coupled with the Hangman, where the Hangman tells me you right now, the situations in your lives are sticky because this is the card of being stuck. Clarifying the Nine of Wands in reverse, your independence or your lack thereof, or the balance of your independence. You feel you're in a stuck position, or you're having some sort of squabbles, or you're just in I keep hearing sticky. You're in a sticky situation, so you're like stuck. It's like I almost feel like I see somebody going through like a pond of honey, and they're as they walk, their feet are like pulling up this goo because they're stuck there, like this sticky situation. That's the feeling I'm getting for you guys. Now this is at the end of March going into April. So obviously these energies will eventually change. But let's get some cards from the Romance Angels for you, Cancers. Universe, Angels, Spirit Guides. What else do we have for my Cancers? March 2020. Team Cancer. Team Cancer. Okay, let's see. Playfulness was one. And separation was the other. And before, the first 3 minutes I was doing your video, and then I had to stop because something happened to the camera. I had originally pulled these cards, and they came out again. When they want to come out and tell you something, they're going to come out and tell you something. Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. So yeah, a lot of you have broken up when I told you from the beginning of the reading, and that's why you're dealing with this. Some of you have broken up because of some form of deceit or betrayal. Right there. And this is why you're sticky, stuck, and unbalanced, because you need to take a break. Some of you that are single also, you could be doing a timeout. I don't know why. You should be playful, as this card suggests, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Just go out and have fun and be flirty and playful and cutesy the way that you normally are, Cancer. Both you male and females are both that way. Now here's what I want to say for those of you that are dealing with this. This is very sad and painful for me even to just do this reading. But there is a brighter side here, because I do see that, things can be worked out. But maybe you just need to take this approach, this playfulness approach, when you're dealing with your partner. And that's just what I've got for you guys for the month of March. And until April, bye, Cancers.